right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Hello and welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. Very nice to have you along with us today. We're here to remind you that small business is big business, and your business is our business.
Where's your book?
Oh, my book.
Your big old book of interesting things.
Hold on, I gotta go get my book.
We're not going to be quite interesting today. You think you've got something else?
I'm getting my book.
Oh, he went to go get his book. He went to get his... Ow! Ow! Oh! Sorry. We just squished Angel's finger.
I just squished Angel's finger.
Sorry,
That's
so okay.
Sorry.
I'm just fine.
Oh.
I'm just fine.
In lieu of a book, can I tell you about the people over at Highlands Ranch Travel?
Sure.
Those guys are amazing. I got an email from Dan. I'm going to go visit my father, who is 85 years old. And
God bless him.
Right?
He's 85.
Yeah, he made it. And so I'm going to go visit him.
This is good things for you. And your lineage, right?
Yeah.
Because you're the only son, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to live to be 85?
My mom had a stroke, and strokes are congenitally passed down through the women. My dad still has hair.
Okay, no, stop that.
Hair. Thanks for bringing it up.
All right, so your mom was younger.
Your finger.
And my finger's fine.
I'm really, really sorry.
I know, yeah.
Sorry.
It's all right. I'm awake.
I'm going to read the book.
I'm awake. Actually, let's not.
Okay.
Let's not. Let's
Let's let books stay right where it is and your fingers to stay where they are.
You know how there are just sometimes, like when things go, we think we have this perfect plan. We're in control of all of the activities, all of the things. We set our goal, and then something happens that kind of, I don't know, derails us, sends us a new opportunity, a different path.
Yeah.
And
we should take that path?
Well, not necessarily. Not necessarily.
If you put your hands in the air, you go get the book.
There is a, I'll put my hands up.
All right, I'm getting the book.
There is a, I think that we have to have some discernment to know, is the new thing in our path something that maybe we should take knowledge of and should take notice of and reevaluate the opportunity, or is it something that is a derailer? And we're just looking for an excuse to not get the real work done, or we're just not as strong in our vision as we were hoping we would be. And the discernment is all on you. Like, you have to know, are you making an excuse?
The discernment's on me?
Are you making an excuse, or is this truly an opportunity that lends to your vision and the direction you are going? And so for you to go and get the QI book, the Quite Interesting Facts, because we're going to open up the show with that, and then you squishy my finger and us getting delayed, I think we can stay on the track of it was our vision to share quite interesting facts, and the fact that Angel squealed in pain on the radio, we're just going to hope nobody remembers in 10 minutes from now.
Very sorry about your finger.
I'm fine.
That's not the face of fine.
Actually, I really am, because it's fine.
It was smushed but not crushed.
Exactly.
Really sorry.
It's not like a car door.
I feel bad.
Or the office door.
Yes.
Or any other place that you've squished my finger.
Can we talk about bacteria?
No.
I think we should.
No.
All right. Well, we'll eat.
We'll eat bacteria?
We'll ease into it.
Ease into the bacteria. Let's not. You have, how many pages is this?
No, lots.
All right, so the fact 400. That there's 400 pages, so the fact that there's one fact in there that has to do with bacteria, I think you could move on. And you would be fine.
All right.
Turn the page.
Well, there's another joke.
No.
It's not a joke. It's a thing, but it's kind of a joke.
Really, you could turn the page.
Did you know that at least 60% of the species on Earth are parasites?
Okay.
Did you know that?
What part of turn the page?
Parasites require a host.
Yeah, like a book.
So that they can eat off of you.
Yeah, a book.
I'll get past these. I'm not going to read those. I should read those, but I'm not going to.
This book that you're holding is full of parasites.
This book.
How many hands? How many people have actually touched
just you and me.
That book? No,
this book, 1,339 quite interesting facts to make your jaw drop, brought to you by John Lloyd, John Mitchison, and James Harkin, New York Times bestselling authors and fantastic game show hosts of the BBC's Quite Interesting QI, which is coming to television near you here in America soon. Fascinating. 60% of the species on Earth are parasites. In other words, they can't live unless they suck the life out of somebody else.
Oh.
That totally explains so much.
It kind of does.
Yeah.
somebody sucking the life out of you. And the only thing that gives them, aren't there people in our lives that you just feel like, are you just here to suck the life out of me? Why is your jaw dropped? Like there's flies flying in and out of your mouth right now.
You know that French museum, the Louvre?
The Louvre?
Yeah, that's one.
Yes.
It has a naked version of the Mona Lisa, painted by one of Da Vinci's pupils. It's probably the one in the left eye. I'm just saying.
Hardy har har.
No, but it's true. The Louvre.
Oh, like he's showing up the book. The Louvre apparently has in their storage vault a naked version.
A naked version of the Mona Lisa.
Mona Lisa, but that is not the one on display. Though, have you ever been to the Louvre?
I have not.
You've not?
I have never been to France.
Yeah. Paris.
I've never been there.
The whole idea of naked and art in the Louvre, like, that's not shocking.
Yeah, no, I totally know that. I just didn't know that
the Mona Lisa
that Lisa posed that way.
Well, we don't know that she did.
Did he just do Photoshop?
Well, he did not have Adobe.
Took her head off and put it on the body of another naked girl.
Could have been.
It's possible.
Could have been.
All right, well, there you go. That's your
we invented that, do you?
That's your 1,339 quite interesting facts to make your jaw drop. You can check the veracity of all of these facts at QI.com.
And put a quarter in the jar every time Eric uses the word veracity.
We'll be back after these messages. Angel and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Hi, ladies. This is Angel, and I want to let you in on one of my favorite fashion secrets. It's my eyelashes. That's right, my eyelashes. I've been going to Carabella's studio for a full year, and ever since then, I've had nothing but compliments on my eyelash extensions from my friend Reggie at Carabella's studio. And my favorite part? No more daily hassle of applying and removing mascara. And all of the compliments I get. Get yours today. Call Carabella's studio today at 303-909-9585. That's 303-909-9585. And to ask for the Angel Eyes offer and get your new lashes for only $150. 303-909-9585.
Back to school is just like back to work. Families relocate, businesses open new offices, and you need to order new phone lines, equipment, and internet connections. Hi, this is Eric, encouraging you to do what we did. Call Lori White and Lorianne Communications and let her do it all for you. From phone lines to cable installation, Lori is your phone gal. She's always ready to serve your back-to-work needs. Call Lori today, 303-419-3415. That's 303-419-3415, or online at loriancom.com. That's LORIANCOMM.com.
Do you want to meet some new people, make some great connections, and network with other business owners? Call me, Penny, today at 303-220-0366 or go to theconnectingexperts.com. Connecting people to people.
Tell your staff to tune in daily to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Business training and inspiration from national experts are here for you every day on the Experience Pros Radio Show. Start your week off by learning a great new business skill. Tune in midweek to boost your positive attitude, and be sure to always end your week with Fan Braggin Friday. The Experience Pros Radio Show is here for you every day, changing the way people treat people in business. Join the revolution and tune in to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Weekday business training designed to inspire you to get your business right.
Design, implement, and support. If you have a computer, a cell phone, or a tablet, you have a network. Hi, this is Eric, and I've got great news for you. Your network has a guy. For the last 15 years, Brad Binkley of Binkley IT has served his clients without killing their budget. Brad can effectively manage a network of up to 50 computers, typically for about 2 to 4 hours a week. Huge savings, no sacrifice. Call Brad today for your next IT partner. 720-254-1057. That's 720-254-1057. Binkley IT, solving the IT puzzle one piece at a time.
Did you know that each and every day, 21 United States veterans commit suicide? Last year, active duty suicides surpassed the number of combat deaths. When soldiers come home, it is a huge adjustment, and they're often plagued with disabilities, such as immobility, PTSD, or a traumatic brain injury. You can help by donating to Freedom Service Dogs. This nonprofit rescues dogs from local shelters and trains them to become service dogs for these heroes. Help give back to those who have given so much. Donate now at freedomservicedogs.org.
Grassroots Radio Colorado with Chris Cook this afternoon at 5 on KLZ 560.
The experienced pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/therevolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros Radio Show.
Blinded by the light, wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night. Blinded by the light, wrapped up like a douche, another runner.
Welcome back to the Experienced Pros Radio Show, where no one, not even us, know exactly what the lyrics to that song are.
But how perfect is this song for bringing in our next guest? Wouldn't you like to have marketing clarity, really quick and easy, a light way for people to get to know
Absolutely.
About your brand? In fact, I was thinking this morning or over the weekend about if we had a Super Bowl ad, like what would that be like? And you think about some of the top commercials and the most talked about ads, but thinking about all of your marketing and the story. And we know that stories are sticky, so we brought in our guest, Dave Mastovitch with Mass Solutions. You can find them online at masssolutions.biz, and he's going to change the way we talk about storytelling in our business. Dave, welcome to the Experienced Pros Radio Show.
Thanks for having me, Angel.
Dave, welcome to the show. I want to make sure that I understand correctly. You're changing the way stories have been told or being told, and yet I can't help but think of some of the great storylines in marketing today. I'm talking about the Budweiser Clydesdales. I'm talking about Tony the Tiger. Or
that crazy little Aflac duck.
Oh, right. What's going on with those guys?
Well, when you take the Aflac story, that's one of the best ones that marketing can use as an example. When Daniel Amos became the CEO of Aflac, they were actually American Family Life Assurance Company. And after 10 years of marketing, he could only see the recognition of his company's name go from 2% to 10%. He realized he had to do something big and unique that would make an emotional impact. And he set out to develop an ad campaign. And at the time, his ad agency came back with an ad featuring Ray Romano of Everybody Loves Raymond. And then they came up with this other one that had a concept consisting of a duck quacking the company's name.
Right.
And his family, friends, anybody he showed it to didn't get the duck. And he said, I was thinking of not doing it. He used some market research, and the duck commercial scored triple what the Ray Romano commercial showed. He took a chance, made the name Aflac instead of American Family Life Assurance Company, and then the rest is history. It debuted on New Year's Day 2000. Sales in the first year went up 29% and doubled in 3 years.
All right, so what can we take from that and translate that into us as small business entrepreneurs?
Because that was kind of risky.
Right. I could fire Angel if she doesn't like my opinion, but that's not going to do very well for me.
You don't want to do that, Eric. So the first thing to do is simplify your message. The Aflac acronym versus American Family Life Assurance Company. Think about it. Your commercial was almost over just saying American Family Life Assurance Company.
Right.
Right. You can't tweet that.
Yes, you can't. Exactly. You can't tweet it. You can't vine it. So you do that. That's the absolute first thing, is simplify the message. The second is to make it memorable. With Gilbert Gottfried quacking Aflac, it just really is a memorable sound, a memorable tone, and you also have the duck. And the third is touch emotions. People want to be associated with products that they like and feel comfortable about. And people ended up buying Aflac duck merchandise. That's how much the Aflac duck became popular. And then commit to the big idea. Amos, the CEO, sold the concept internally. He dedicated the money to it. He tracked results. And he only wears duck ties with his suits now. So he committed to that big idea and made sure everybody in the company committed to it. So those are some of the things you have to do.
I love that. And we're all familiar with Aflac. Do you have another story, just kind of, let's bring this home for people and let them know that this does work, not just for Aflac, but some other examples?
Sure. One of my favorites is, I have a son who at the time was about 8 years old, and a friend of mine that I coach with drove up to our practice in a Progressive vehicle. He works for Progressive Insurance, and my son was cute, came up to him and said, "So do you know Flo? I love Flo. Do you know Flo?" And my friend said, well, actually, I don't know Flo, but I worked for the company, and I did meet her once. And when you think of Flo and how she is branded progressive and using those commercials where she talks about the different elements in it, it goes back to, again, making that emotional impact, having something memorable. When you're selling insurance, it's hard to really talk about what that product looks and feels like. So having a Flo as the spokesperson enables you to have something memorable that makes an emotional impact. But again, they committed the dollars, and they committed internally and said, this is going to be our message. And they kept it simple. And then they even applied it the whole way to all of their marketing. Their cars either have just progressive or progressive in a picture of Flo. So again, they're keeping it simple. They're making it memorable, focusing on one big idea and committing the dollars and the internal commitment to make it happen.
So do we need a character, a person that kind of brings that story home? Is that kind of part of that magic formula?
Catch you a lizard.
No, actually you don't. And that's a great point, because one of the things that we talk about at Mass Solutions is we apply the Seinfeld PR approach. And the Seinfeld PR approach really is what you think is nothing. It was a show about nothing, and what you think is nothing is actually a story to other people. So what you, Eric and Angel, what you do every day, you take for granted. But others enjoy your show, listen to your show, talk about your show. And so what you take for granted is actually a story. And so we tell our clients, let us sit down with you. Let us have one of our CPS strategy sessions, customer positioning system strategy sessions, and let us talk to you about what you see as nothing, because we can turn it into a story that your target audiences might feel is important, and it might resonate with them.
I love that. You've got a new book called Light Reading Top 10, and you address so many of these things in that book. Dave, where do we get a copy of Light Reading Top 10?
Our website, masssolutions.biz. You can get a free download there, and right on the home page, you scroll to the bottom of the home page, and you'll see where you can enter to get a free download for listeners of the show. So today and over the next few days, if anyone listeners of the show go to the site, they can get a free download of the latest ebook.
I love it. And now you've got the Light Reading blog, is that correct?
Yes.
All right,
it's a blog that comes out every other week, and it's also run in about 50 different media outlets, online and print publications. And the reason we say light reading is it's light in that it's 350 words or less, which enables you to read it in 2 minutes or less.
Love that.
But light reading in that the light bulb hopefully will go off, and you'll get some creative ideas from the solutions that I offer in that blog about leadership, communication, sales, PR, and branding.
I love it. Those light bulb moments when the light bulb goes off and says, "Oh my gosh, we can do something with this. We can react and interact and relate to some of these." Now, masssolutions.biz, you can check them out for their light reading blog and get a copy of Dave Mastovich's book. Do you want to give some contact information for Mass Solutions?
Sure. If you want to email me directly with your favorite question about PR or storytelling, it's Dave, D-A-V-E, at masssolutions.biz, and that's .biz because we try to get you more business. And anyone that emails me, free consultation. I'll just email me your marketing problem, your storytelling problem, and we can either talk on the phone or through email and provide you some free consulting about storytelling and getting your message out to your key target audiences.
Fantastic.
I mean, you think about some of these industries when we talk about it's insurance or cereal and things like that. I mean, people have done some amazing things with getting their story told. So no matter what industry you're in, you can get your story told. Check out some light reading by Dave Mastovitch. Dave, thanks so much for being our guest on the show today.
Thank you, guys. Happy to be here.
Absolutely. More positive business talk coming up next. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Stop repeating the financial behaviors that are keeping you broke. Register for a free teleseminar on Wednesday, September 10th, and learn the common mistakes couples make that destroy your finances and often your relationship. Brought to you by Couples Money, you'll learn how to break the cycle and start creating real wealth. It's a free seminar taught by the Couples Money experts, Chris and Marlo Felton. Break out of your current financial cycle and get on the same page with your spouse. Whether you've been married for decades or engaged to be married, sign up for the free teleseminar at couplesmoney.com. That's couplesmoney.com.
You've done it yourself. You've put in a few keywords to search for something, and what comes up is nothing like what you're looking for. Thousands of responses, but nothing close to what you need. You try again, frustrated, you finally find it, buried deep within the walls of the internet. Don't do that to your potential customers. Make it easy. Make it Colorado SEO easy. Colorado SEO optimizes your keywords so customers can find you quickly. Optimize your website by contacting Colorado SEO. Search engine optimization the way you hoped it would be. ColoradoSEO.com. That's ColoradoSEO.com.
Can you imagine going an entire day without your phone or computer? Crazy, right? How else would you communicate with your team, contact that client, or even get paid? Absolutely nothing happens when you don't have technology in your lap. Even a slow-running computer can stall your progress, and when your software doesn't sync, nothing seems to work out. You've got a technology partner like no other with C-Squared Computer Consulting. C-Squared is your business pain reliever. Solve your pain. Call C-Squared at 303-933-1113.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
Where do you go when the bank says no? Every business needs money, and yours is probably no different. What's that you say? Your bank backed out on a commitment to you? Our friend Steve Replin has the answers to your financial questions. Steve's new book, Where to Go When the Bank Says No, is the authoritative guide to finding you the money you need now. Where to Go When the Bank Says No, available right now at hardmoneybooks.com. That's hardmoneybooks.com. Where do you go when the bank says no? hardmoneybooks.com.
Random online searching is one way to find a good company, but an even better way is to choose the companies that are listed on the Extreme Customer Service Directory. This elite list of companies have one thing in common. They offer extreme customer service. Their customers are bragging about them, and that's what sets them apart. Trust the companies listed on the Extreme Customer Service Directory to take care of you. Extreme Customer Service Directory at experiencepros.com/directory. experiencepros.com/directory.
Bob Duco, today at 3 on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros radio show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencepros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros radio show with Angel and Eric. Thanks for taking time out of your business day to join us. You know, some people, we talk about this on a regular occasion, especially as we're going into summer. Can you believe some people roll up the sidewalks because they say, you know, summer is slow and so everybody's on vacation, I got to go?
Well, I've heard that.
I'm not going to market. I'm not going to do my business.
In the past, I've heard that, but that's not happening in our sphere.
Oh, well.
Nobody around here rolled up the sidewalks and went into their summertime slump. And, I mean, they kept their marketing on track because, you know, sometimes, you know, you think that the best time to market is when you're already busy, but you're busy, so you're not marketing. So then the best time to market is when you're slow, but then you get busy and then you stop marketing, and you've got this roller coasters, these peaks and valleys.
So just in case you're not one of the people that Angel's talking about, and you're already, I mean, you probably, I mean, you know somebody, it's not you, who took some of the summer off.
We know people.
And your business slowed down.
Yeah, and they think that, all right, now I'm back. Where's all my customers?
We've got some tips for you that'll help get those customers back.
All right. Yes.
First thing you should do is jump right back into the bandwagon of community service. Get involved in your community. Become active in volunteerism. In one way or another, go out and be where the people are.
Well, and if you are involved in community service, then a lot of times you bring your team together. If there were people that, are work from home, or they took the summer off, or they've been on vacation, or a little displaced really with what your goals are before, as you wrap up the end of the year. It's bringing everybody together in this community element that says, okay, we're all working together, we're getting stuff done, we're a team, and it brings everybody, the whole team, back together, that we can work and draw on from there, because it is it is a busy time of the year. It should be your busiest season because you've got those goals to hit. And we play all 60 minutes of the game, right? Last quarter,
right.
We play all 60 minutes.
Broncos.
We don't decide in September, well, shoot, I didn't make it. I'm just going to pull back and wait until the new year and start again. For a lot of people, this time of year, September, as the kids go back to school, this is almost like their new year.
Sure.
New habits and just a new motivation for getting stuff done. And you've got, I think the reason I like this fourth quarter is it's when the 12/31 hits, when December 31st hits, that's the end. That's our deadline. That's when we have to get it done. And I think there are so many people who, kind of wait till the last minute, but you need the pressure of a deadline. And there's no better deadline than 12/31.
That's the truth. And the great majority of small businesses, because they operate on a calendar year, not a fiscal year, they run the risk of operating literally a 25% company. Now think about this for a minute, because in January you start your new year, you get all the new things going, but it takes about 3 months to get wound up. So it's March. By the time you're really March and April getting into all of that, and then from there you rock it all the way until summer. Then you say, oh, summer's going to be horrible, so I'm going to have to slow down my marketing and my work on that. That takes you 3 months to wind down for the summer. And then here comes the holidays, and you're like, gosh, I wish I could be good in the holidays, but I really, it's slow during the holidays. So do
you have a business?
Seriously.
Is that a business? That is a hobby.
Right.
That is a definite hobby mentality. Looking for great ways to market and to connect with the community. Local high school sports are,
yes.
Talk about having your brand at the football game and getting involved in sponsoring the local teams with, T-shirts and swag and putting your brand out there, and then taking the whole team to those football games and getting involved. I think it's just a fun place to market and put your brand out there.
We can even translate that over. We're big fans of Meetup, meetup.com. Find a local meetup that is somehow a power partner for you and your team, your business, and then offer to sponsor their meetup.
Yeah, there are a lot of ways you can get your brand out, and people are. I think you've got your marketing budget. If you didn't use it all during the year, this is the time that you're spending it, and so don't let it go to waste. And be where the audience is. And we often think, okay, well, I want to be in front of the right audience. I want to make sure that the right people are hearing about my business. And you do. We have our target audience, we have our ideal clients, but don't underestimate the sphere of influence of people that are out and about in the community, because they are connected to your target audience as well. And so as long as your marketing and your messaging is right about who you serve, then anybody who hears your message can say, that's me, or that's somebody I know.
That's right. Leverage the holidays. Everybody knows, you've got 4th of July and you got Easter, whatever the holidays are. Well, the fourth quarter has no shortage of holidays, as you know. Why not leverage them? Everybody's in a spirit of goodwill.
Well, there's a lot of things to go on, and you're kind of matching up with the calendar, what people are already thinking about, and you don't have to create a holiday because there's already one on the calendar.
Right.
And pretty much every single day on the calendar, you can find a holiday to celebrate. So plan one, pick one for the quarter that you're promoting and marketing and getting involved with it, getting on track. And, again, it's that time of year, the end of the year, people are pulling out their checkbooks a little bit more than they were during the summer. I mean, we know that spending increases in September and October, and then actually all the way throughout the last 4 months. So you have to create that emotional hot button, but you have to be in front of people, layering your marketing, being everywhere that they're thinking of you, because if it's not you, it's your competition.
There you go. Special thanks to Jessica Stillman for inspiring that conversation. Folks, we have to take a quick commercial break, but when we come back, more positive business talk. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Networking is full of myths. Bring lots of business cards. Be sure to meet at least 10 new people. Have your 30-second sales pitch ready. Your network is your net worth, but only if you're networking with your A-team. Take the guesswork out of your networking by joining Extreme Relationship Management. It's transforming the way people are networking. It's way more fun than drive-by networking and doesn't waste your time handing out stacks of business cards. Check out ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com for their next event. ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com.
When you need a medical expert witness or someone to consult in your medical cases, you need MediPro Solutions. Let's face it, attorneys are busy and typically don't have the time to research the details of the medical aspects of every case. At MediPro Solutions, your medical legal consulting firm, they take care of every detail, leaving you and your lawyers to focus on the law. MediPro Solutions is owned and operated by licensed and board-certified physicians. When your case is on the line, call MediPro Solutions, 303-502-6735. That's 303-502-6735. Or online at MediProSolutions.com.
Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe is the official fitness sponsor of the Experience Pros radio show. This is Angel, and Orange Theory is the energizing group fitness concept that is sweeping the nation. Experience the Orange Effect at the location Eric and I work out at. It's Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road. You'll see more energy, visible toning, and extra calorie burn for up to 36 hours after your workout. Call for a free Saturday session at 303-645-4290. That's 303-645-4290.
Wondering about refinancing options. You know rates are low, but don't know how to go about getting the best rate and best type of loan for your situation. What do you even need to get started? Wonder no more. Go to CherylAnswers.com. Cheryl of ALMC Mortgage has put together a checklist of what you need to know and frequently asked questions when it comes to your mortgage. Get answers. Go to CherylAnswers.com. CherylAnswers.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
Attention business owners. If you're waiting 30 to 60 days or more to get paid, Riviera Finance can turn your invoices into immediate cash flow. Let them help. Their process is simple and no debt is created. Riviera Finance is located right here in Denver. They've been helping companies across the U.S. for over 40 years. So if you bill on credit but need better cash flow, call Jack Loudon at Riviera Finance now at 303-409-7706. That's 303-409-7706. Or visit RivieraFinance.com.
Revitalize, release stress, and empower with Karen Corona's healing and transformational programs. Karen is a master healer and a teacher with 30 years experience providing holistic healing treatments, coaching, yoga, meditation classes, and retreats. Receive the healing inner tools you need to achieve your goals. Call Karen today and get started. 303-725-1119. That's 303-725-1119. Mention this ad and receive a free yoga class or a $150 coupon toward her upcoming healing and transformational retreat in October, set in the lovely Nuevo Vallarta, Mexico. Call today, 303-725-1119, or visit online at KarenCorona.com.
Join business owners and leaders from across the Front Range for an incredible leadership event featuring John Maxwell, Linda Kaplan-Taylor, and Tim Sanders as they share valuable lessons in leadership. Network with other leaders during this half-day simulcast on Friday, October 10th from 8:30 to 1 p.m. at the Embassy Suites in Stapleton. L2 Learn Lead is here. The event is perfect for people who are busy running a business, family, or organization and are looking to become more effective. Leadership isn't just for those who have a team working for them. It's for you. The first 100 people to register on Eventbrite get tickets for only $69. That's Eventbrite/L2 Stapleton. Eventbrite/L2 Stapleton. Join us Friday, October 10th. at the Embassy Suites in Stapleton.
Wake up with Randy Corcoran, early mornings at 5 on KLZ 560.
The Experienced Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Red wine, go to my head.
Welcome back to the Experienced Pros Radio Show. I don't know about red wine going to your head, but I know that you can get it between your toes.
Going to your feet. How about that? Have you ever wanted to squash some grapes in between your toes? Go to a real live grape stomp?
Yes.
Well, you can. Here on the phone with us, we have Josh Martin with Water to Wine. They're hosting an annual grape stomp. I don't remember how many years this has been. Josh, welcome to the Experienced Pros Radio Show.
Thank you very much. Always a pleasure to be on.
Josh, very nice to have you. Really, can we take off our shoes, take off our socks, and stomp on the grapes?
Absolutely. We're going to have a couple of barrels running all day. And you'll hop right, well, not hop, that gets a little dangerous, but you'll get to step in and feel them just squish right in between the toes. And I always tell people, really curl your toes and work those grapes in.
Well, that's why I for 6 months I stopped clipping my toenails so that I can get the full effect.
Ew. Oh.
That's nice.
Okay.
I'm picturing like you're stepping out and you're going to have grapes stuck on your toenails.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's hoping for some snacks later or
You're
something.
welcome.
It is an unusual experience if you've never gone to a grape stomp before. And here in Colorado, here in Centennial, we actually get to stomp grapes over at Water to Wine. It's coming up this Saturday, September 27th, correct?
That's correct, and it's going to run all day, so from 11 to 6.
All right, and tell us some more of the details and what you're also doing a fundraiser along with it, right?
Yeah, so every year we host this event, and we always like to, give back to the community. This year we're going to be working with Max Fund, which is a no-kill animal shelter.
Oh, all right, very nice.
Yeah, and we're just, like I said, we're going to run it all day. So from 11 to 6, we'll be having the party. We'll have some live music coming in and playing for a while, and people stomping grapes the whole time. We're going to have a silent auction for people to bid on a few different items. We've actually gotten quite a few really nice donations coming in for that. Also, Max Fund is going to be bringing their adoption truck, so there will be puppies and kitties there as well.
Aww. And every now and then, you've got a couple of people that bring their pets to stomp grapes too. Am I right?
That we do, actually. Every year so far, we've had one couple always brings in their Great Dane.
That's a horse.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a pony. Blue, he's one of our favorite guys that comes in.
All right, so let's talk just a little bit about this. You also have T-shirts that the people who get into the bucket and get their feet all purple can actually step out and step onto a T-shirt, and what does that do?
Well, what it's going to do is there is an admission for $25 a person for the adults, $20 for the kids. They get to come in. They're going to stomp on the grapes, and it's actually going to turn your feet a little purple. So then we have you step out, and you get to put your footprints onto commemorative T-shirts. So you'll get to take the T-shirt home with your own footprints on them. And then you also get access, like I said, to the silent auction. We're going to have snacks out there as well. The adults will get a glass of wine, and we'll have some soda and some juice and stuff for the kids as well.
I love that.
Yeah, and the grape stomping, we're not actually drinking that, are we?
Well, no, it takes a while to ferment that stuff, so you'll be drinking the wine that's already... No.
Last year's stomped grapes.
We don't make wine out of this particular batch.
It's just for fun and a great cause. The proceeds go to Max Fund Animal Adoption Center. They will have some fun little puppies and kitties out there that morning, and from the No Kill Shelter in Denver. It's $25 for an adult, $20 per child. You also get either a glass of wine or, for those kiddos, a Capri Sun. Music. It is for a great cause. It is super fun. They've done this every year at Water to Wine. The address is 8130 South University Boulevard in Centennial. That's 8130. It's kind of roughly near County Line and University. If you have any questions, you can give them a call at 720-489-WINE, 720-489-9463. Josh, what else do we want our listeners to know today?
Oh, well, we can always go through our, what we are and
please do.
What we do at
Yeah, we're going to get there, but anything
grapes.
else about the Grape Stomp?
I can tell you it'll be a blast.
All right. We agree. And we've done it with for years, and we think it's going to be a fantastic event. Again, September 27th, 11 to 6. All right, Josh. Now, for people who are not familiar with Water to Wine, tell us what makes your winery so amazing.
I like to think that I make it so amazing, but, that's just my ego. All the wine that we serve there, we actually make, which means, we'll work with vendors who have vineyards around the world. They grow and crush the grapes, and then they'll send me the juice. So I really just get a giant version of a natural Capri Sun, if you will. Just bladders of grape juice. I'll do all the mixing and all the fermentation there at the winery. We then bottle it and put it on the shelves, and it's there for everybody to enjoy. They can come in and they can just sit down and run through a tasting. They can purchase a glass of wine. They can buy a bottle to either sit and enjoy with the group that they came with, or they could take it home. We even allow people to come in and make a batch of their own wine.
We find that that's something fantastic because, let's face it, the holidays are coming up, and now is the time because it takes a little while to make that batch. Am I right? About 45 days?
45 days, yes.
All right, so get your orders in now, make a batch of wine, and give them out as gifts to your best customers. It makes a great deal of sense to us.
Absolutely.
That's right. You get 28 bottles of custom labeled wine.
I love that.
28 bottles, your label. Think about the holidays. Think about just friends and family. Think about just your own wine cellar. And making sure that one of the things I love about Water to Wine is you get to try it before you buy it.
Right.
So you get to go in and sample and taste. And, if you've ever gone into the liquor store to buy a bottle of wine as a hostess gift or even to have for dinner, you're looking at all of these labels and what do you pick and how do you choose? When you go into Water to Wine and you pick out a bottle of wine, you actually get to taste it and sample it so that you're going to love it. We host an event there every month at Water to Wine. Great community partners, great place to just have a happy hour at the end of the day, host your event. But make sure you come out on Saturday, September 27th, and support the local or the annual Grape Stomp. Again, proceeds going to Max Fun Animal Adoption Center. 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Music, food, fun, festivities, and an experience you will never forget by stomping those grapes.
Josh, thanks so much for calling in and for doing what you do. We appreciate how involved you guys are with the community.
Hey, thank you guys so much.
Absolutely. Again, 8130 South University Boulevard, folks, in Centennial. The number to call, 720-489-WINE. That's 720-489-9463. They'd love to see you out there on September 27th. More positive business talk when we come back. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Nyland's Collision Center is an award-winning body shop that takes great care of you and your car. This matters when your insurance company wants to take shortcuts. Nyland's Collision Center only uses manufactured parts. This matters when a cheap, ill-fitting part is available. At Nyland's, it matters. If it's not perfect, it's not leaving. 303-761-9219. 303-761-9219.
Hi, this is Angel. I've been in my home for 12 years now. When I think about redecorating, I just can't seem to get past what I've always done. Helene's Designs offers a fluff-it-up service for home decorating. She takes what I already have and rearranges just enough to fluff it up. Call Helene to get fluffed up at 720-233-7302. Helene's Designs is a full-service design firm that helps you turn your dreams into a reality. Call Helene's Designs today at 720-233-7302 or check out the before and after pictures online at helenesdesigns.com.
Would you know what to do if a coworker started to feel dizzy and complain of chest pains? Starting CPR while waiting for an ambulance to arrive can double the chance of the victim's survival. Safety Solved can help. We provide customized on-site training, including both professional and basic CPR, AED, and first aid, with American Red Cross and American Heart Association trainings. We also facilitate first aid kit and AED equipment programs. Let us make your safety and wellness programs complete. Call today, 303-257-9589. That's 303-257-9589. Or online at safety-solved.com.
Run a business and have a life. You got into business so you could enjoy life, and Employer Essentials can help. They keep up with the ever-changing payroll and employment laws and requirements, as well as all those employee management issues. Employer Essentials is the answer you've been looking for to add payroll and HR solutions that offer you peace of mind and the time to do what you want to do. Employer Essentials, Denver's trusted local payroll and HR provider for 15 years. EmployerEssentials.com or 303-734-9436.
Hi, this is Eric, and I want to talk to you about my friends over at McDonald Volvo. This family-owned business has been delivering extreme customer service for almost 50 years right here in our neighborhood. With upfront worry-free pricing and super personalized service, your best car buying experience is at McDonald Volvo. General Manager Will Roughton is a great friend, and he wants to meet you personally. Call him at 303-738-4803. That's 303-738-4803, and tell him the pros sent you.
Mark your calendars for October 1st for the unveiling of the brand new Extreme Customer Service Directory. The Extreme Customer Service Directory is the go-to place to find companies offering the best in customer service. The new directory is the very best place to feature your company for more visibility. And the Extreme Customer Service Directory is the only place to fan brag, leave 5-star reviews, promote your favorite companies, and share the revolution of kindness in business. The new site launches on October 1st. Take part in the excitement that comes by combining radio and internet marketing for the best in business. We're launching the new site on October 1st. Be sure to tell your friends.
Dana Lash after Grassroots Radio Colorado on KLZ 560.
Dennis Miller here. Be sure to tune in for the Dennis Miller Show, where we talk politics, entertainment, and everything in between. Our guests are the best you'll hear on radio. It's radio you can trust right here on the Dennis Miller Show.
Tonight at 10 p.m., it's the Dennis Miller Show right here on KLZ 560.
The experienced pros want to help you get your business right. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros Radio Show.
Don't be so quick to walk away.
Welcome back to the Experienced Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. Very nice to have you along with us today. We're here to remind you that small business is big business, and your business is probably on our radio show.
All right, so I stepped out of my comfort zone a little bit this last weekend.
What?
And I attended my first ever camp experience retreat.
You went camping?
I went camping.
Wow.
Can you believe it?
No.
What?
You are the most girly girl I have ever met, and you don't normally go camping. So when you say you stepped out of your comfort zone, oh boy.
All right, well, okay, so maybe it wasn't really camping. The way they describe the retreat is, I like nature, just don't get it on me. So we actually stayed at the Cheyenne Mountain Resort.
So you went to your comfort zone.
I went to my comfort zone in my king-size bed. Stayed in a beautiful resort in the lodge, and great experience, the Cheyenne Mountain Resort, when it comes to customer service and just taking care of 200 women. So there was stepping out. I was camping and hanging out with 200 women in a 2.5-day retreat. Just happened this last weekend. So much fun, so many fun activities, bribed us with jewelry and presents, but we had what was probably the closest thing to my Oprah Winfrey moment that I'll ever have.
Oh. Okay.
Well, maybe not ever, but have had so far. How about that?
Sure.
There's all sorts of fun activities and treats, and Betsy did a fantastic job coordinating and organizing. She's got a full team of volunteers that you can tell this was their 9th year. I mean, they're not new.
Dialed it in, right?
Yeah. There was shopping, there was activities, but my Oprah Winfrey moment, Saturday morning, our keynote speaker was Jennifer, who she does origami owl, which is jewelry lockets with little charms in them, and she's talking about telling your story through these charms.
Okay.
And so the charms, Eric, might be, maybe a set of headphones or a microphone, or maybe for you a magic wand, or something, little charms that kind of tell your story. Little miniature tall blondes, in a charm. So she's talking about these lockets and how you're going to get to tell your story, or how important it is to tell our story, and how we're living our story. And then all of a sudden, on the screen in great big lights, it says, and everybody gets one, and the doors open and the music turns on, and all these girls in pink t-shirts come out with these little boxes, like Tiffany blue colored little jewelry boxes, and everybody got a locket.
Wow.
Which was pretty fantastic.
It is fantastic.
So we're getting jewelry first thing on Saturday morning. Not a bad way to start the day. And then as she goes on, we're talking about the different charms and how 2014 is our year, and the theme this year was reinvention. And then everybody gets one, and everybody comes out, and everybody gets
one of the girls in the pink?
Yeah.
Everybody got one?
Everybody got one.
I want one.
Did a little activity. There were charms on the table where you got to give somebody a charm that represented a certain portion of their story. We did an activity together. It was very bonding, which is, not typically my forte, but it was kind of fun. And because then there was jewelry and prizes, and we like that. And then one more charm, and then again, everybody gets one. I mean, it just was over and over, and it really felt like something you'd see on the Oprah Winfrey Show. And so we all went home with these beautiful lockets, full of charms to describe our story. And that was just one little piece of the weekend.
Well, that is a charming story.
Of course, my favorite part was the firemen.
What?
There were firemen. There happened to be...
you guys had strippers?
Did I say strippers?
I don't know. You said firemen.
Firemen. Do firemen moonlight as strippers?
I don't know.
Why would you automatically say I had a stripper?
Why would you have firemen? It was an all-girl event.
It was an all-girl event. Maybe something caught on fire. We were that hot. Something caught on fire.
Oh,
could have been. No. There just happened to be
did they dance?
A
did
conference
they dance?
going on. Yes. Yeah, firemen can dance. No, we did not have strippers. We did not have strippers, but we did a talent show, and me and Kimberly Orr and a couple other gals did a little dance skit. Very easy because I'm not choreographically gifted.
I don't believe that for a minute. I've seen you dance. You dance very well.
No. Anyways, they came on stage without
strippers.
Really not strippers. Did you have a stripper this weekend?
Ma'am.
What did you do this weekend?
I didn't say I had firemen over.
I'm going to guess that you had some strippers in your world this weekend, because I didn't see anything about strippers.
You said we had firemen at an all-girl conference.
Firemen. Like they really were from L.A. Firemen.
What kind of firemen? Could you describe them in maybe just one word?
Sexy.
Hello.
They kept their clothes on. Clothed. How about that for one word?
All right.
Clothed.
Yeah, there you go.
Clothed.
Sexy. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm. You were not happy. I sent Eric a text, and I said they were sexy, and he said, ugh.
Conversation's over. What else do you need?
They just, they weren't part of the weekend. They weren't part of the show. They just happened to be there attending an event as well, the same weekend that 200 women fell upon the conference center, and came in and danced with us.
On stage?
With our clothes on.
I didn't say. I'm not
clothes.
Saying.
You did say over and over again.
Only asking.
No, over and over again.
For a point of clarification, that's all.
Clothed.
Got it. Official
firemen, not pretend posing as strippers, posing as firemen.
Thank God for our first responders.
Sure, now he bucks up and okay, I guess I got to be professional, and thank goodness we've got them, because they weren't really the entertainment.
Apparently they were.
Well, they were just company.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'm glad you had a good time. I am, for all those out there,
not on the agenda.
Just being facetious. I'm just playing around. Congratulations. I'm glad you had a great time. It was a charming story about the charms. It is an Oprah Winfrey moment when everybody gets one.
Everybody gets one.
I love that. And, let's spin this a little bit in the direction of how can you do that for your business? How can you do that for your next event?
How about this? Would you like to have some free PR for your company where, don't you wish more people heard about you? Don't you wish you could be on the radio and tell people what you did for a living? Well, everybody gets one. It's called Fan Braggin' Friday.
That's exactly right, Fan Braggin' Friday. And as you know, we use this time every Monday to recap our Fan Braggin' experience because so many people call in, and sometimes we can't get to them all. But I want to share a couple of those Fan Braggin' stories that came in this week, last Friday. For those of you out in the Phoenix, Arizona area, boy, I'll tell you what, you got to go check out the Phoenix Red Lobster. Deborah had an experience. She called it in and said what a terrific experience that her server, Kim, offered her. And when service goes above and beyond, we want to call that out. We really do.
Oh, absolutely. And that's what Fan Braggin' Friday is all about. You get to call in and say something nice about somebody else in business, and it lifts that tide. It carries that ship. It's actually good for a business. And and let's create that culture where we're bragging about and saying nice things about people in front of their peers, which is what Fan Braggin' Friday is all about. And the phone number for this coming Friday and every Friday, 855-FAN-BRAG, 855-326-2724. You don't have to make an appointment. You don't have to let us know in advance. You just pick up the phone. The phone lines are open, and sometimes it gets a busy signal or you can't get through right away, and you might have to wait on hold a little bit, but it is worth it. And then we bribe you with that free PR. We're going to let you tell our listeners what you do for a living.
Everybody gets one. One of the calls that we did not get, but I wanted to bring up, and I started in the first segment, and then we got sidetracked by me smashing Angel's finger, and I apologize again. The folks over at Highlands Ranch Travel. I told you I'm going to go visit my father, who's 85 years old. They hooked up a fantastic flight for me. But Dan over at Highlands Ranch Travel, he knows I'm a big guy. I like to sit in the aisle because I'm just big and massive and huge.
Okay, sure you are.
So I like to sit.
If you have to tell people I'm big, I'm massive, I'm huge, I'm thinking not so much.
Let's put it this way. You do not want me sitting in the window seat next to you.
Why not?
I am a big boy. I will smash you as I get over.
You do not. You've got long legs.
I do have long legs.
You're not a big boy. You're just tall.
Very. So, Dan.
You're just jealous because I can stand under the bulkhead.
You totally can.
When you get up at the end and you're waiting for everybody to leave, I can totally stand up, totally.
Yeah.
Under the bulkhead.
I am jealous of that.
Full standing.
Yeah, I can't do that. They fold me in half.
Because you're tall.
I am tall. That's what I mean.
You're not big. You're not huge. You're not like the guy that you come around and you see somebody has taken up 2 seats.
Oh,
you're not like that at all.
I'm not wide. I'm not like just a big man.
Just tall.
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 All right. So, anyways, Dan wrote me today, and he says, "Hey, I wanted you to know I was able to upgrade you to, and it's not a financial upgrade, it's a comfort upgrade, to an aisle seat. I had a window seat. He moved me to the aisle seat on my little puddle jumper from Houston to Tyler, and he said, I just wanted you to know I'm looking out for you. I know you're leaving on Friday, and I gave you an upgrade."
Why?
That's the coolest thing.
Why is the aisle seat supposedly roomier? Because you cannot sprawl out into the aisle, mister.
A, it is not under the bulkhead.
Okay, but you're sitting, so
B,
you don't reach the bulkhead when you're sitting.
You can kind of widen out your right or left leg, depending on the aisle leg. You can kind of spread out a little bit.
But you can't.
Yeah, you really can. You wouldn't notice the difference because yours would never reach the aisle anyways. Mine reached the aisle.
Yeah, but you can't block the aisle.
You can't block the aisle, and if you do, those girls have no problem taking that cart and reminding your knee.
And everybody is walking by. You're going to trip people. You're in the way. You can't use that space.
I use it as judiciously as necessary. What you can't do if you're in the middle is spread out at all. You've got to be like, and then, we got to go.
Oh, geez, we do.
We'll be back after these messages. More coming up.
This has been the Experience Pros Radio Show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
The Dennis Miller Show, tonight at 10 on KLZ 560.
Looking for a new career? Plan to attend the Job News Career Fair Tuesday, October 7th at the National Western Complex between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Representatives from top Denver employers will be hiring hundreds of positions, and there will be special transportation and healthcare pavilions at the career fair. Pre-registration is at jobnewsdenver.com. That's jobnewsdenver.com. Skip the line by printing out your registration form and bring it with you to the event. With thousands of people throughout Colorado looking for jobs, now is the time to find not just a job, but a career. At the Job News Career Fair, Tuesday, October 7th between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Join Crawford Broadcasting Company and top Denver employers at the National Western Complex, 4655 Humboldt Street in Denver, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. That's jobnewsdenver.com, jobnewsdenver.com.
Get auto theft off your street. Stopping it takes the whole community. Call 911 or a non-emergency line to report suspicious activity. Learn more at lockdownyourcar.org. Brought to you by Coloradans Against Auto Theft, the Colorado Broadcasters Association, and this station.
KLZ AM 560, KLZ HD Denver. Listen live at KLZ560radio.com. KLZ 560, a Crawford Broadcasting God and Country station.
This is the Blaze Radio News. I'm John DeMaster. 3 Afghan soldiers in the United States for training now missing from Joint Base Cape Cod in Massachusetts. Here's the Blaze Radio's Robin Walensky.
They're missing without a trace. 3 Afghan soldiers disappearing from a U.S. military base in Massachusetts. They're reportedly last seen Saturday night about 20 miles away from the base at the Cape Cod Mall in Hyannis. One of the missing soldiers a major, the other 2 captains. They're here in the U.S. for a military training exercise. The 3 arriving in the States on 9/11 of this year.
ISIS terrorists continuing to ask supporters in the United States to launch attacks here on the homeland, along with Australia and France. There's also a recording with the terrorists insulting the president, calling him a mule of the Jews. The man who hops a fence and runs into the White House with a knife due in court today. Lawmakers calling for a review of the Secret Service after back-to-back breaches. This is news on the Blaze Radio Network.
I'm Lex Friedman. I run my own business, so I know from experience, hiring new employees can be tough. Posting your job in one place isn't enough to find quality candidates. If you want to find the perfect hire, you need to post your job on all the top job sites, and now you can. With ZipRecruiter.com, you can post your job to 50-plus job sites, including Craigslist, LinkedIn, and Twitter, all with a single click. Find candidates in any industry nationwide. Just post once and watch your qualified candidates roll into ZipRecruiter's easy-to-use interface. No juggling emails or calls to your office. Quickly screen candidates, rate them, and hire the right person fast. Find out today why ZipRecruiter has been used by over 200,000 businesses. And right now, our listeners can post jobs on ZipRecruiter for free by going to ZipRecruiter.com/talkradio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/talkradio. One more time, to try it for free, go to ZipRecruiter.com/talkradio.
You've been listening to the Blaze Radio News on KLZ 560.
The Dana Show, tonight at 7 on KLZ 560.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, brought to you by Mass Mutual Colorado. Experience Pros, where business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, best-selling authors of Lists That Save My Business and founders of Experience Pros University, are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Hello and welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. Very nice to have you along with us. We're here to remind you that small business is big business, and your business is our business.
We'll be doing some fun business tomorrow night in Greeley, September 23rd. We're in Northern Colorado for our monthly Northern Colorado Chocolate Blues Mixer networking event at Randy's American Grill in Greeley from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m.
It is a fantastic event. If you're anywhere near the Fort Collins, Loveland, Greeley area, come on up and join us and meet some of the best people in business up there as well.
Absolutely.
Got my facts for the day.
Your quite interesting facts.
Mhm.
What did you land on?
James Dean. You know, it's James Dean's birthday this week.
Oh, I did not know that.
His last appearance on film before that fatal car crash. Did you know what his last appearance was?
No.
In 1955, it was a road safety commercial.
Oh.
Right?
How sad is that?
Yeah, a little tragic.
Yeah. Okay. Before his fatal car crash, his last appearance on film was in a safety commercial.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Move on.
In 1895, only two cars in Ohio.
The only
two cars in Ohio crashed into each other.
Well, who else are they going to crash into?
Have cars will crash.
Right?
Right?
I guess eventually, if you've got one of the only two cars, you will eventually crash. Well, who else would you crash into?
I don't know.
I guess the horse post thing.
Yeah, probably. And did you know that the odds of hitting 2 holes in one in the same round of golf are 67 million to 1?
Has anybody ever done it?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm going to imagine 67 million rounds of golf have been played, and one person has done it.
Well, 67 million rounds of golf certainly have been played, but we're talking about hitting 2 holes in one.
I'm going to look that up.
You do that. All right. All these and many other interesting facts come from the book 1,339 Quite Interesting Facts to Make Your Jaw Drop by John Lloyd, John Mitchison, and James Harkin. You want to check out the veracity of each one of these facts, you can check them out.
May 6th, 2014. Somebody did it.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
We'll find out. 2 holes in one, same round after. Wow.
Yeah.
You find that on the internet?
So it must be true.
Bonjour. Fantastic book. Check out QI.com, and you can always, just see if I'm making it up or not. I'm not. They're in.
No, he's not. And Eric would make it up, but the founders and creators of QI did not make it up, and they searched it out, and they made sure that every fact is backed up with multiple factual things. So it's not just Eric. Don't take Eric's word for it. We never do, but we do trust the QI book.
About? Hey, when we return, guess what? We're going to talk about yoga, exercise, and how it all fits together in a therapeutic way. Experts coming up next on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Hi, ladies. This is Angel, and I want to let you in on one of my favorite fashion secrets. It's my eyelashes. That's right, my eyelashes. I've been going to Carabella's studio for a full year, and ever since then, I've had nothing but compliments on my eyelash extensions from my friend Reggie at Carabella's studio. And my favorite part? No more daily hassle of applying and removing mascara. And all of the compliments I get. Get yours today. Call Carabella's studio today at 303-909-9585. That's 303-909-9585. And to ask for the Angel Eyes offer and get your new lashes for only $150. 303-909-9585.
Design, implement, and support. If you have a computer, a cell phone, or a tablet, you have a network. Hi, this is Eric, and I've got great news for you. Your network has a guy. For the last 15 years, Brad Binkley of Binkley IT has served his clients without killing their budget. Brad can effectively manage a network of up to 50 computers, typically for about 2 to 4 hours a week. Huge savings, no sacrifice. Call Brad today for your next IT partner. 720-254-1057. That's 720-254-1057. Binkley IT, solving the IT puzzle one piece at a time.
Do you want to meet some new people, make some great connections, and network with other business owners? Call me, Penny, today at 303-220-0366 or go to theconnectingexperts.com. Connecting people to people.
Join business owners and leaders from across the Front Range for an incredible leadership event featuring John Maxwell, Linda Kaplan-Taylor, and Tim Sanders as they share valuable lessons in leadership. Network with other leaders during this half-day simulcast on Friday, October 10th from 8:30 to 1 p.m. at the Embassy Suites in Stapleton. L2 Learn Lead is here. The event is perfect for people who are busy running a business, family, or organization and are looking to become more effective. Leadership isn't just for those who have a team working for them, it's for you. The first 100 people to register on Eventbrite get tickets for only $69. That's Eventbrite/L2 Stapleton. Eventbrite/L2 Stapleton. Join us Friday, October 10th at the Embassy Suites in Stapleton.
Back to school is just like back to work. Families relocate, businesses open new offices, and you need to order new phone lines, equipment, and internet connections. Hi, this is Eric, encouraging you to do what we did. Call Lori White and Lorianne Communications and let her do it all for you. From phone lines to cable installation, Lori is your phone gal. She's always ready to serve your back-to-work needs. Call Lori today, 303-419-3415. That's 303-419-3415, or online at loriancom.com. That's LORIANCOMM.com.
If you have an old car that spews out stinky exhaust smoke, donate it to the Clear the Air Foundation. Learn more at cleartheairfoundation.org. Sponsored by the Colorado Automobile Dealers Association and aired in cooperation with the Colorado Broadcasters Association and this station.
Bob Duco, today at 3 on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros radio show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencepros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Okay, Eric, what are you doing? Are you barking like a dog?
Hold on.
Was that your downward dog?
Yeah, that was my downward dog. What'd you think?
Yeah, no, you need to practice a little bit more. All right, well, we are
it's amazing.
We are staying healthy as we can here on the Experience Pros radio show. We're going to talk a little bit about focusing our attention inward or outward. Our next guest is Marlene Prinzing, and she's going to teach us how to be, to focus more on your identity, your passion, your own truth, your health, your energy, and yes, even yourself. Marlene Prinzing, welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here, and I wish you guys had this show on every radio station, every day, all the time.
We're even better than that. We're on the internet. You can find us anywhere at experiencepros.com. Thank you, Marlene. We appreciate your support of what we do. I understand that you refer to yourself as my body whisperer, and you've been tracking and reading and interpreting somatic tissue memory for over 25 years. I have no idea what that means. What is somatic tissue memory?
Well, it's kind of akin to what you might know in sports psychology, to give you the first clue. I want to let you know also that name, which sounds slightly hokey-pokey, the body whisperer, I didn't give to myself. It was actually clients that said it to me, and they said, I, of course, thought it was funny, and I still do. And it's with every sense where people call themselves the dog whisperer.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, I love it, and there's no debating the results that you have. But again, come back to somatic tissue memory for me. What does that mean? I mean, okay, sports therapy. What help me?
Yeah, exactly. It's something I've done since I was a child, and of course didn't know what it was until later. And I do have a master's degree from Naropa in somatic psychology. So again, it's based in science. However, I do seem to have an intuitive ability to read the tissue in people's body, which means I'm kind of clairkinesthetic in a sense.
Wow.
So,
what does our tissue tell you?
Yeah, I get all kinds of things. I get stories, I get imbalances, I get physical ailments, I get where that needs to go, I get ages and time frames that things might have occurred to people and how to unwind that. So it's infinite, I should say, as far as the information that I receive from tissue or body memory.
Wow.
Interesting. I had never heard of it, and so I think it's really fascinating. You can check out Marlene's website, certifiedexercisetherapist.com. Now, Marlene, one of the things you talk about is when we are always focused on what you call object referral, where we're focusing on attention and things and people outside of ourselves, that we lose ourselves. And yet, I think, well, there's not much going on inside of myself. I've got to be focused on all these other things externally. Help me find the balance there.
Yeah, good point. So my work is based on my client being more self-referral than object referral. And I teach them how to do that because I really can't help anybody who is 99% focused on everything outside themselves to determine who they are as a person. So the first thing I say to people, and people who are listening can do this, just be aware if you're driving,
sure,
is turn the noises inside of your body higher and turn the noises outside of you lower.
Oh.
Okay.
Here, pull my finger.
No, stop that. Oh my goodness.
I was trying to follow what.
But see, Marlene, the people outside of us, they're pretty noisy.
And the noises inside of me, you're not so sure you want to hear.
Right. But can you imagine if you all were on a talk radio show and you were more focused on what the other people were thinking you were going to say and got caught up in all of that you'd probably sound like a basket case on air.
Sure.
Right? So there's some sort of referencing that you have to do to yourself to be a strong individual, to be able to support this and to entertain this as a radio show.
Yes.
Okay, so give us some examples or some things we can do when we're at work to kind of quiet the noise outside so we can be more of our authentic self from the inside.
Focused.
Right. So I'm going to give you a 3-step rule, which is always simple.
Okay.
So the first one is what I already gave you. The second one is, it's sort of a funny joke and it kind of dates me, but do you know about Star Trek?
Absolutely.
You know the transporter machine where they go in and that beam of light does its thing and they go somewhere? And some people may not, and they're thinking, okay, this lady's lost her mind. But
no, we know where you're coming from.
Okay, so the second thing you do is imagine, and of course I just made this up, but it works, is you imagine you've gone to that transporter machine and you're standing in there and that beam of light comes down and it scans you. So what I'm going to ask you to do is scan yourself as if that machine was sort of scanning you for information. So what I call it when I'm teaching people, I say, okay, stop for a minute and do your Star Trek scan.
All right.
So again, it's a second level of you trying to self-reference to who you are as a person to strengthen yourself, which helps everybody, by the way.
Know, it does, Marlene, but when I think about, if you struggle with this, it's because, well, I don't know what the why is. I don't. But you think about, we're constantly listening to other people telling us what we should do, how we should behave, how we should act, I think, and because they say it so much more often to us that, to try and get centered and to think about and where am I coming from, I think, well, this person told me I should do this and mom told me I should do that and friend told me and boss.
How do we listen to them?
Right. Well, if you listen to them, that's the first indication that you're object referral.
Yeah. And there's so many people who are.
Well, I have to say it's United States culture oriented. This is not something that happens in other cultures. It really isn't. And it's because we're so internally self-identity driven.
We want it our way, right?
Yeah. And we've sort of lost the joining in the culture and the community that other cultures still have. So I really think it's based to the United States of where we're very skewed in the aspect of being object referral.
Well, and the good news, Marlene, is that we are here in the United States, which means you have job security. Give some contact information for our listeners, if you would, please.
Yes. My website, again, is it's certifiedexercisetherapist.com. And you can also Google the Prinzing method, which is my last name. It's Marlene Prinzing, and it's Prinz like zebra, ing.
Fantastic. That's Marlene Prinzing, certified exercise therapist.com. Fascinating stuff, Marlene. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Now I have to give you the last word, which is you have to have an anchor word to your felt sense experience in order for this to work. So I have to leave you with that.
Well, thank you for leaving us with that. We've got another word that's the satellite we got to go to, but thank you so much. We appreciate you for joining us, and we'll be back after these messages.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Stop calling around looking for the best mortgage rates and call ALMC Mortgage. ALMC Mortgage matches you with the right mortgage for your needs every single time. Now's the right time to finance. Call ALMC Mortgage today at 303-696-6933. 303-696-6933. Check out today's current rates and questions you should ask about your mortgage at almcmortgage.com. almcmortgage.com.
LMB number 100020432, NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
Where do you go when the bank says no? Every business needs money, and yours is probably no different. What's that you say? Your bank backed out on a commitment to you? Our friend Steve Replin has the answers to your financial questions. Steve's new book, Where to Go When the Bank Says No, is the authoritative guide to finding you the money you need now. Where to Go When the Bank Says No. Available right now at hardmoneybooks.com. That's hardmoneybooks.com. Where do you go when the bank says no? hardmoneybooks.com.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
Would you know what to do if a coworker started to feel dizzy and complain of chest pains? Starting CPR while waiting for an ambulance to arrive can double the chance of the victim's survival. Safety Solved can help. We provide customized on-site training, including both professional and basic CPR, AED, and first aid, with American Red Cross and American Heart Association trainings. We also facilitate first aid kit and AED equipment programs. Let us make your safety and wellness programs complete. Call today, 303-257-9589. That's 303-257-9589. Or online at safety-solved.com.
Make sure your marketing strategy includes search engine optimization and contact Colorado SEO at coloradoseo.com. You'll find experts who have been connecting consumers online since 1996. You've created a commodity, now get found. coloradoseo.com. coloradoseo.com or call 303-990-5934. Remember, billions are searching. Will they find you?
You need more customers, and you need to keep the ones you already have. List That Save My Business is your answer to gaining and retaining clients without cold calling or chasing cold leads. Do business with people who like you and who already trust you. List That Save My Business is the book with easy-to-use checklists to bring more of the right customers into your sales process. Buy your copy of List That Save My Business from Amazon.com. These lists will save your business. Buy your copy of List That Save My Business today and grow your business the Experience Pros way.
Dennis Miller here. Be sure to tune in for the Dennis Miller Show, where we talk politics, entertainment, and everything in between. Our guests are the best you'll hear on radio. It's radio you can trust, right here on the Dennis Miller Show.
Tonight at 10 p.m., it's the Dennis Miller Show, right here on KLZ 560.
Wake up with Randy Corcoran, 5 to 8 tomorrow morning on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros radio show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Very nice to have you along with us today. It's time for business tips and insights, and that means it's time to talk to Missy Miller with Mass Mutual Colorado.
Hi, Missy.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Missy, we're doing fantastic, and as the music plays in the background, Angel wants to know, if she were a rich girl, she would certainly be doing business with you. Tell us what we're talking about today.
Well, I love that. I appreciate that. We'll make that happen, Angel.
Okay.
Okay, well, so today, this is going to be our third discussion in a series for Life Insurance Awareness Month, which is what September is. And last week we talked about term life insurance. And as you recall, that can be likened to renting. You know, you pay your premium every month, but if you stop paying on it, the coverage will eventually terminate, and you don't get anything back from it, no equity of any kind, so to speak.
Okay.
So the kind of coverage we're going to talk about today is called permanent insurance. And it offers lifelong protection, and it can accumulate cash value on a tax-deferred basis. This cash value can be used for a variety of purposes, from helping you out of a tight financial spot, as many of my clients actually needed to do a few years ago, with the whole economic crisis thing we experienced.
Sure.
To providing funds to take advantage of an opportunity that might come along for a down payment on a home, so to speak, maybe a trip, or to actually supplement your retirement income.
Is there any strings attached to what the money can be used for?
No. So contrary to what other retirement plans will require that you do, there's age requirements on like a 401k or a Roth or something like that. You have to, those funds need to stay in those accounts until you're 59 and a half, or you can get penalized, a 10% penalty by the IRS, if you take that money early.
Okay.
Okay, so this money, it's your money. You can use it for whatever you want to use it for. And so whole life insurance is usually the simplest and most common option of permanent insurance. So where term insurance was like renting, whole life insurance is like owning, where the cash value you build up inside the policy is like the equity you build when you own your own home.
Got it. What a neat way to describe that, Missy. I don't think I've ever heard that explanation before.
Well, it does seem to resonate because people are either renting, they've got an apartment that they're renting, and they realize, hey, I'm just putting all this money in every month, but I don't really have anything to show for it down the road.
Right.
I kind of start over when I buy my home. So term insurance has a great, it fits great needs for people because you can get a lower premium typically for a higher death benefit. But the permanent insurance really is kind of like your own savings account in a way. There are tax advantages with permanent coverage, because those funds do grow tax deferred. You don't get a 1099 statement every year like you would in a bank account. And if you structure it correctly, those funds can be taken tax-free. And death benefit that is paid to the beneficiary is generally not subject to federal income tax either.
Oh, another key differentiator there.
Yes. And the other thing, too, is that, if you do run into a tough spot, the premiums, this is one thing to consider, the premiums do remain the same for the life and of the contract, so that it's not like they're going to go up on you like they would in a term. Once the term period that you've set, you go past that. So let's say you had a 10-year term policy. Those premiums are going to stay level for the first 10 years, and then in year 11, and then every year thereafter, those premiums are going to increase.
Ooh, that's like that adjustable arm thing.
It is. So that's just something that you need to be aware of. It very much fits that term period. That's why you structure it that way. It does what it's supposed to do, and then thereafter, you will either have rewritten it to additional coverage. Let's say you might need additional coverage if your family's grown. You might decrease coverage if maybe your kids have grown and they're out of the house or something like that. So it can be flexible in that regard. But a permanent policy does allow for flexibility if you need to stop paying your premiums, as an example, because the cash value that's accumulated can keep your insurance protection in force for a period of time. So there's a lot of living benefits that go with permanent life insurance. I don't think that a lot of people realize those. So it's an educational process that I like to take clients through so that they really understand how insurance can. It just doesn't benefit the people that are here when you're not. It can benefit you and your family while you're still healthy and living your life.
Missy, where do we find more information about this permanent policy and you in particular?
They can people can give me a call anytime. The best place to reach me is at 303-257-5874.
Give that phone number one more time, please.
303-257-5874.
Fantastic. Missy, thanks so much.
You're
I like
welcome.
the way that you help us just navigate through all of these scenarios. They're all very timely. They're all very relevant. Get in touch with Missy if you have questions about just about everything. She kind of has this educational spin to it, not spin, but an educational spirit to how she talks to you about your situation. And it's personal because your family is personal, your situation is different, and she can have that conversation with you. The phone number one more time, Missy.
303-257-5874.
Fantastic. Missy Miller, Mass Mutual, Colorado. We thank you so much for coming on today.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Have a great week.
You betcha. Good stuff.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So when we're talking about our little calendar and our little to-do list,
I don't know if I like where this is going.
No. This is a fun little.
You're gonna make me a list of stuff I need to get done today?
Well, I have to.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just a given, actually. Like, it's a day that ends in Y. But actually my friend Kimberly Alexander, and you can find her online at KimberlyAlexanderInc.com. She throws out, I don't know if it's a weekly video blog, but all of these tips on just making sure that you're navigating the life that you want to have and the business that you want to have. But she talked about this week, what are the two, TWO, number 2, what are the 2 things that you want to accomplish this week? So rather than going in this daunting, oh my gosh, I've got these thousands of things, I look at last week, what didn't get done, it rolls over to this week, next week's the end of the month, and we've kind of the end of this quarter, and
right.
And we get a little overwhelmed. But Kimberly asks us, what are the top 2 things that you want to make sure that you get done this week? And focus on that vision, that focus. All the little stuff tends to, well, except for Eric, for the most part,
and
the little stuff
he's
still
not
gets,
part of the little stuff.
It's done because, I think we don't have to put every single thing on our list, but when we have that focus of where we're going and what we want to create and big picture, then all the little stuff falls into place, kind of like that. What is it? That jar of rocks,
yeah.
Big rocks. You put your 2 big rocks in. You'll make sure they get done.
Right.
Those are the most important things. But we tend to put the big things off to last because the little things take less time.
Yes. And by the way, if you'd like to put me on your list of things that need to get done this week, by all means, please do. And tell me, because that would help me help you.
Is there somebody on your list?
We'll be back after these messages. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Can you imagine going an entire day without your phone or computer? Crazy, right? How else would you communicate with your team, contact that client, or even get paid? Absolutely nothing happens when you don't have technology in your lap. Even a slow-running computer can stall your progress. And when your software doesn't sync, nothing seems to work out. You've got a technology partner like no other with C-Squared Computer Consulting. C-Squared is your business pain reliever. Solve your pain. Call C-Squared at 303-933-1113.
Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe is the official fitness sponsor of the Experience Pros radio show. This is Angel, and Orange Theory is the energizing group fitness concept that is sweeping the nation. Experience the orange effect at the location Eric and I work out at. It's Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road. You'll see more energy, visible toning, and extra calorie burn for up to 36 hours after your workout. Call for a free Saturday session at 303-645-4290. That's 303-645-4290. We'll see you at Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road.
Nyland's Collision Center is an award-winning body shop that takes great care of you and your car. This matters when your insurance company wants to take shortcuts. Nyland's Collision Center only uses manufactured parts. This matters when a cheap, ill-fitting part is available. At Nyland's, it matters. If it's not perfect, it's not leaving. 303-761-9219. 303-761-9219.
When you need a medical expert witness or someone to consult in your medical cases, you need MediPro Solutions. Let's face it, attorneys are busy and don't have the time to research the details of the medical aspects of every case. At MediPro Solutions, your medical legal consulting firm, they take care of every detail, leaving you and your lawyers to focus on the law. MediPro Solutions is owned and operated by licensed and board-certified physicians. When your case is on the line, call MediPro Solutions, 303-502-6735. That's 303-502-6735. Or online at MediProSolutions.com.
Networking is full of myths. Bring lots of business cards. Be sure to meet at least 10 new people. Have your 30-second sales pitch ready. Your network is your net worth, but only if you're networking with your A-team. Take the guesswork out of your networking by joining Extreme Relationship Management. It's transforming the way people are networking. It's way more fun than drive-by networking and doesn't waste your time handing out stacks of business cards. Check out ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com for their next event, ExtremeRelationshipManagement.com.
Gain your own insight into the leading cause of divorce, money. Pick up your copy of Couples Money at couplesmoney.com and discover you're not alone in your financial struggles. Couples Money is written by a married couple in the financial industry, Chris and Marlo Felton. They share their personal story of financial transformation and insights they've gained from working with thousands of couples. Couples Money, what every couple should know about money and relationships, is available at Amazon or at couplesmoney.com. Get on the same page with your spouse with easy-to-follow concepts and action steps proven to work. Couples Money at couplesmoney.com.
Freedom 560 with Ken Clark is coming up at noon on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a revolutionary by sharing a Fan Braggin' story of great customer service on Facebook.com/Experience Pros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. We do appreciate you for tuning in. When you walk into a room, do you command attention? What? Why are you giggling about
It just reminded me, there was an event last week that Eric attended, and it was a women's event. It was a women in business event. It wasn't only women in the room, but it was a large most of the population in the room was women.
Yes, it was women business owners.
There were a few gentlemen. And Eric.
Very few, and me.
And so this morning, I'm chatting with a gentleman that was there, and he's like, "Yeah, Eric, you really worked that room." And it was just an observation from one man to another man about, a lot of men would feel a little uncomfortable, a little wallflower-ish, a little intimidated to go into a room full of women. Not Eric. He's like, these are about people. All right.
They are my people, but no, you can't just say it like that and not qualify. Okay, so I
qualified it.
No.
I very much qualified that.
No. I had you count it all up.
To hear Eric's side spin.
2 mothers, 4 sisters. All of my pets growing up were female, and I chose a career path that put me in direct connection with 100% women. I mean, I was in ministry. I was a children's pastor. What really? Who do we work with? Women. It was self-defense and strategery in order to do my very best to understand what makes the woman think, tick, and operate. And I may not get it right because I am a man and I know we're handicapped coming out of the door, but I do a pretty decent job.
That's what I heard.
I don't even know what to say. Let's start over. When you walk into a room, do you command attention? There are at least 4 different ways that you can master the unconscious cues that tell others that you're a leader before you even walk in or as you're walking into the room.
All right. Okay. So I think that probably the very first piece of, if you're going to command leadership or just walk in and have a presence,
it's not what you think.
That it starts with your posture.
Absolutely.
I think that head held high, shoulders back, eyes gazed out, paying attention, versus what we all tend to do: walk in, head down, slouched over, looking at our phones.
Yes, and let's go one step further. Have you ever seen somebody walk onto a stage or walk into a presentation or room or whatnot, and you just immediately felt like they're cocky, they're arrogant?
Yeah, there's like a swagger to the walk, right?
And it's about the
and almost like they're
focuses on them
looking down at the people.
Right. Okay. So you want to make sure that you step into a position of power.
I never get to look down on people.
I was going to say you can raise your nose all the time, but you never look down on people.
I could never. I'm not tall enough.
Right. Jessica Stillman, friend of the show and writes for Inc.com, she says, walk into a room with a heart posture. I love this because you can automatically sense, call it spiritual, call it a vibration, whatever it is, you can immediately tell when somebody is there with a focus on themselves or on a focus on how can I serve you. Some people call it servant leadership. I agree. I think it's one of the see, when you talk about me working the room, it almost sounds like I walk into a meat market, and that is not the way. I joke around here on the show, but that is not the way. And you ask Any woman who knows me, and I guarantee they'll say, I am treated with respect and highest regard. And there's a difference. It's the heart posture. This is the point where you're supposed to back me up and say something
I know.
supportive and nice.
I was working on it. I just came a little slow. But it's true. Eric is very respectful and a gentleman. An absolute gentleman, and I always feel very comfortable when we're out in public together, and all women do. Here's another thing when we talk about are we coming in and are we looking down at others, or are we all into ourselves? Here's where I think the biggest struggle we have is we walk in with all this other stuff going on in our head, our to-do list, the people we have to call, we just got off the phone, we're going to be here, I'm actually just stopping in here on my way to something else, and we have a bajillion distractions going on. And so while our physical body may be in that space, our head is someplace else altogether. And your distraction, you can't hide that. Like, it is obvious. You're thinking about something else. You're someplace else. People are trying to engage with you, maybe even trying to have a conversation or get your attention, and you're not there. The lights are on, but they're in some other business building.
Sometimes shows up as a delay on a live radio show.
Well, I was thinking about the next thing of talking about the distractions, and then Eric says, "Yeah, but I walk in and it's not a meat market." It isn't. He doesn't use
we're past that
our
now.
Networking events and our business events to pick up on blonde, tall women.
Unclutter your mind. That's all it is. Just go in with an emotional focus, right? Be in the moment, for the moment, about the moment, and you will do well. And it conveys you're in control. You're a strong leader.
Well, and if you want to be that leader and have that leadership type presence in the room, be present.
Absolutely.
Be present. How often are we multitasking in front of other people? Even if that is in your own space, close your laptop if you're having a meeting with somebody else.
Right.
I know that you're probably taking notes on your iPad or your little note thing, but you look. The perception is that you're doing something else altogether, and that you're not really present. And so I know it seems old school and unsexy and old-fashioned, but to bring a notebook and pen if you need to take a note, because this isn't classroom.
You're not
doing a dissertation. Like I have to write down every single word that you say and take all the notes and get all the, that is not at all what we're there doing. Maybe you have to take down a phone number or write down a date or a key word or something. So leave the electronics behind when you are in somebody else's presence.
Absolutely.
Period.
Now, another way to absolutely command that you are in control of the room and you're signaling that you have a powerful leadership style is to pay attention to the and subconscious messages that your audience is shooting back at you. You know them. The good news is you're already doing it. Your unconscious mind picks up on these. Somebody's got their arms crossed. Maybe they're not in a full agreement position with you. Those body language cues give us so much. Their eyes, whether their eyes are on you or their eyes are running around doing whatever it is they're supposed to be doing. Listen, you can gain that upper hand in leadership as long as you know not only what those nonverbal cues are, but then how to respond to them.
All right, and then think about your tone and think about your voice and think about what you're projecting.
Right.
I actually, Eric, am going to a class this weekend about my voice.
What?
To learn about using the tone of my voice, because as women, and especially when we get really excited, we go to a place where only dogs can hear us.
Yeah, no, I understand that, but nobody has any problem with your tone. I mean, really. If you want to communicate, Eric, I get it.
I know, but I think we can always improve and always looking for ways to be better. But, thinking about just how you're speaking to people and mumbling, enunciating your words, using small words, even though a big word is, the big word,
right.
Still using the small words so that you don't make people feel inferior. You're actually meeting them where they're at. But your tone of voice and the way that shows whether or not you're warm or standoffish. Warm and inviting versus standoffish. And I would think that even as men, you guys have these commanding, booming voices that are just, if you want to be booming, you can, but you kind of have to pull back a little bit and say that I actually want to engage in a conversation, not talk at you.
Absolutely, and that goes right back to the very beginning of our conversation as you walk in with that heart posture. It's fine to have that booming voice as long as the booming voice is a gentle edge, not a I'm going to beat you down edge. There's a major difference. So in any case, thanks to Jessica Stillman for the inspiration for this conversation. And you can signal that you have a strong presence in any room simply by exercising not only the tips we just shared with you, but actually believing that you have something of value in a servant's heart sort of way to offer the people that you're addressing. We'll be back with more positive business talk. You are listening to Angel and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Enjoy life, and Employer Essentials can help. They keep up with the ever-changing payroll and employment laws and requirements, as well as all those employee management issues. Employer Essentials is the answer you've been looking for to add payroll and HR solutions that offer you peace of mind and the time to do what you want to do. Employer Essentials, Denver's trusted local payroll and HR provider for 15 years. EmployerEssentials.com or 303-734-9436.
Revitalize, release stress, and empower with Karen Corona's healing and transformational programs. Karen is a master healer and a teacher with 30 years experience providing holistic healing treatments, coaching, yoga, meditation classes, and retreats. Receive the healing inner tools you need to achieve your goals. Call Karen today and get started. 303-725-1119. That's 303-725-1119. Mention this ad and receive a free yoga class or a $150 coupon toward her upcoming healing and transformational retreat in October, set in the lovely Nuevo Vallarta, Mexico. Call today, 303-725-1119, or visit online at KarenCorona.com.
When you work from home, you run the risk of setting up a makeshift workspace in the corner or somewhere off to the side of your bedroom. It's not really a home office. It just happens to be your office at home. Let Helene's Designs help you create a productive workspace that transforms you from hobbyist into an innovative CEO ready to be featured in a magazine spread. Take charge of your home office and call Helene's Designs. You're the CEO. Make sure your home office looks like it. 720-233-7302. 720-233-7302.
Attention business owners, if you're waiting 30 to 60 days or more to get paid, Riviera Finance can turn your invoices into immediate cash flow. Let them help. Their process is simple and no debt is created. Riviera Finance is located right here in Denver. They've been helping companies across the U.S. for over 40 years. So if you bill on credit but need better cash flow, call Jack Loudon at Riviera Finance now at 303-409-7706. That's 303-409-7706. Or visit RivieraFinance.com.
Mark your calendars for October 1st for the unveiling of the brand new Extreme Customer Service Directory. The Extreme Customer Service Directory is the go-to place to find companies offering the best in customer service. The new directory is the very best place to feature your company for more visibility. And the Extreme Customer Service Directory is the only place to fan brag, leave 5-star reviews, promote your favorite companies, and share the revolution of kindness in business. The new site launches on October 1st. Take part in the excitement that comes by combining radio and internet marketing for the best in business. We're launching the new site on October 1st. Be sure to tell your friends.
Hi, this is Eric, and I want to talk to you about my friends over at McDonald Volvo. This family-owned business has been delivering extreme customer service for almost 50 years right here in our neighborhood. With upfront worry-free pricing and super personalized service, your best car buying experience is at McDonald Volvo. General Manager Will Roughton is a great friend, and he wants to meet you personally. Call him at 303-738-4803. That's 303-738-4803, and tell him the pros sent you.
Wake up with Randy Corcoran, early mornings at 5 on KLZ 560.
The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
You recognize this music?
The anniversary of when the Friends sitcom debuted 20 years ago.
20 years ago. Now, you were a Friends junkie. You to this day, you and your family continue to make Friends references.
Yeah, that means that, Monica and Chandler's twins are now, 10 years old?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And Phoebe's baby is 15. Oh my gosh. Okay,
right?
Okay, stop.
Hey, you heard about the new coffee shop? Central Perk is opening up a coffee shop in New York City.
Oh, are they really?
Yep.
And are the lofts right up above where
I don't know if that's the way it is, but
it's a Friends loft?
It's a replica of Central Perk
Central
coffee
Perk?
shop.
How fun is that?
It is a lot of fun, but it's not news. In fact, Beijing's been doing that since July 2nd, 2010.
Sure.
China. They beat us to it again. All right, but Friends, great show, and congratulations on their 20-year anniversary. Jen Aniston, still as HAWT as ever. Hot.
Oh, I'm like, what does that spell?
She does it for me. She is amazing. What?
Nothing at all.
She's amazing.
I know. I'm just sitting here next to you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
hot.
think. What?
Chopped liver over here, but all right.
I wasn't. Oh no! Come on. That isn't. That you can't do that.
I do that. I sit and listen
I'm
to
sorry
you
that I don't,
with other women and talk about other women.
I'm sorry that I don't
all
pine
day long,
for you.
No, I don't want you to.
You
I know.
are married.
I know.
And you are
but it is
short and brunette.
I get that.
I'm sorry. Should I be paying more special attention to you?
No. Just maybe less.
To everybody else?
No. Just less talking about it. Don't you have a guy friend you can say that to or something? Does it always have to be
that he's hot? No.
No. That she's hot, like somebody else. No.
I have a lot of guy friends on my show. They're listening to the show right now. I'm talking to them.
Oh, you weren't talking to me. Oh, okay. Never mind. He wasn't talking to me.
I just got in trouble.
No, he wasn't talking to me.
For being a gentleman.
Could you get back to work?
You know, speaking of getting back to work, my day is more than half over now.
Excuse me?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, you're in that radio gig. You only work 2 hours a day, right?
Right, and those 2 hours are 50% of what I'm starting a petition. We're gonna do a 4-hour workday.
I think you already do.
No. What? No.
No. You
Listen,
work more than that.
There's a lady named Ariana A.U. who
you get back to work. Sorry. Sorry.
She says we should stop doing everything and start doing nothing. This is the argument for a 4-hour workday.
Yeah, I read that book.
No, you didn't read this one. In Praise of Idleness, written by Bertrand Russell in 1932, says, a great deal of harm is being done in the modern world by belief in the virtuousness of work. The road to happiness and prosperity lies in an organized diminution of work.
I'm going to guess that Mr. Russell
Bertrand
enjoyed his days, relaxing, perhaps writing poetry, enjoying, a cocktail, and struggled. I'm just gonna guess that he struggled. Because his business never quite got off the ground. And
he's a British philosopher who lived from 1872 to 1970. Think about this. He's 98 years old.
Those philosophers. Yeah, don't work.
98 years old. I don't think he was struggling at all. He might actually be on to something.
98. So he lived to be the age of 98, and he was blissfully happy.
His article challenged our fundamental assumption about the value of hard work.
Are you saying that because I work hard, I'm grumpy?
No. Once again, I am not speaking of you. Sorry.
Are you saying those that work hard are grumpier than those who put in less work time? Actually, I'm quite certain. I'm quite certain that the people that are doing the work versus the people that are not doing the work, that the happiness level of the people not working, like somebody else, no, they're not going to commit to being someplace on time. They're not going to commit to getting the job done. They're not going to commit to finishing what they started. They're not going to commit to anything at all. They're just going to kind of, there's somebody else that'll do it, and we do.
And they do, which is why, if there's somebody else that's going to do it, why in the world are we spending all our days and nights and all the time in the world, on average 60-plus hours a week?
Good point.
Right?
The work's still getting done.
And women are totally idle while the other half are still overworked. All we got to do is weed out those who are idle, and those who are working, we just get it done in 4 hours and go home and party.
Okay, it's not getting done in 4 hours. Somebody still has to do the work. So now, all right, so my thought on this is, all right, so Angel, don't work so hard, but give it to somebody else. Because it's not getting done in 4 hours.
It could get done if you would focus on the work at hand. And think about this. What about technology, right? You've got this supercomputer and you wrapped it in something pink, which is ridiculous. But you've got this supercomputer that should give you more leisure time.
It doesn't.
It should.
But it doesn't.
Maybe if you unwrapped it from the pink bag that you put it in.
You don't like my little pink case for my computer? And actually, it's not pink, it's purple.
It's kind of goofy.
It's purple. It's pretty.
You are thinking I'm talking about your keyboard.
Oh, you're talking about my phone?
Yes.
Oh, that is pink. Why are we talking about my phone? Okay, how in the world?
It should give us more leisure time.
Well, okay, it should.
Yeah.
It should give us more leisure time.
Right.
Because I didn't have to walk, down the street and across town to give you a message. I can just text it. And so therefore, I am, a lot of things are quicker. I don't have to go to the bank. I can actually deposit my check right here from my phone and make draws and make my transfers. I don't actually have to go to the store. I can place the order right here on my phone and have it delivered to my home. There are a lot of technical advances that have happened, but the leisure time isn't what's replacing the extra time. It's more work.
Well,
how's that possible?
Well, people had the same concerns in 1932. And Russell responds, this is a condemnation of our civilization. It would not have been true at any earlier period, earlier than 1932 now. There was formerly a capacity for lightheartedness and play, which is to some extent inhibited by the cult of efficiency. What say you?
Efficiency?
Right.
The cult of efficiency? We should just all be inefficient?
No.
And starving?
No.
And struggling and unaccountable?
Listen, no. If you're working a 4-hour work week for work day and you're working it really hard, then here's what you get to do. You're not going to be exhausted by working those long hours. You'll be better equipped to pursue physically active pursuits and those interests that you have a special aptitude for. That means you get to contribute in a greater way to the world and to our communities. Everybody wins.
Yeah, try that.
I'm just throwing it out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you should try that.
Mm-hmm.
See who becomes winner, chicken dinner.
Well, you're right.
I think you should get back to work. What's her name? Ariana AU? Yeah, AU. Get back to work.
Good call. Ariana AU is the one who wrote this inspiring article that we are drawing from, and Russell Bertrand, even though he did live to 98 years old, is still dead. So apparently, we can't have him in for his thoughts on this.
There is an element where, because the book is in praise of idleness, I think that we do need to step away from the work. We do need to make sure that we have joy.
Take what is that?
A vacation,
yes.
Some time off.
Once in a while.
All work and no play. That's not at all what I'm advocating for. I think we need to have a lot of playtime. And sometimes playtime shows up at work, and I think that makes us effective at work.
So I can't be done for the day?
Well, we're not done. You get to be done when the job is done, and idleness doesn't get the job done. Whether that job, is doing laundry, painting your house, fixing that car, prepping for a radio show, balancing your checkbook. You can't just be idle. You've got to get the work done. But then play. Put some playtime in there. We do have time for play. And the only way we can have time for play is if we schedule the time for play. Maybe it's not so spontaneous, and it isn't like we're spending all of our days just waking up and, and being prophetic and writing poetry. But it still can be fun. What?
I think that's well said.
I'm just rambling.
Hey, you. I agree with you. All right. On behalf of Charlie, our producer, and Angel, and myself, and all the people that make the Experience Pros radio show happen every single day, we want to say thank you for tuning in to this, the most positive business talk show in America. Remember, you are our reason why. It's no coincidence that we're talking to you and that you're tuned in, because you know what? We're starting a revolution in how people treat people in business. Now give somebody a 20-second kiss. You know you want one. It stands for kindness is so simple.
This has been the Experience Pros radio show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
Freedom